That I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life. Only God wants you, better
What is going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode. My name is TradeFly, bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis you can actually use. That being said, Bitcoin is on the move again. I feel like it's been so long. It's only been since Thursday, but it's like that's a big gap going from Thursday to Tuesday. I miss my fam. But yes, Bitcoin is on the move again. We got some key levels. We bounced off of a level I have been talking about for months. It is the flight corridor. You know that I own it. I have trademarked it. We got to bounce from that level. I'm feeling good. I am feeling good. It ain't looking good. I mean, it's becoming that altcoin whack-a-mole I've talked about. The structure is there's a downtrend right now. We'll look at that when we get to the charts. But we're gonna see how we can play the game. We're gonna see how we can still make some money. We're gonna see my approach. I'm gonna give it to you all here on the show. But first things first, we gotta say what's up to the homies. I see you guys in the chat, and it is time to show some love. We got my man Rashad. He's first in here. What up to you, dude? Hope all is well with you. We got Alexandra G, the best mod in all of the space. We got Crypto Squid. Yo, what up to you, dude? We got TextMex, Biomex. What up, brother? Good to see you. And of course, HRJ Trading. So Squid and HRJ, they are in the Discord dropping those fire signals. You better check them out if you're trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying. All right. I think that is about it. All right, let's go ahead and get into our first segment. That is going to be the FUD segment. Bring him out. Sound the siren. Let's go. And that was the quickest little alert ever, but that's all good. It's all good. So here we go. Bitcoin funds just saw unprecedented outflows. US Bitcoin ETFs have seen a negative 3.55 billion in net outflows so far in November, on track for the largest monthly outflow in history. This is almost in line with the previous monthly record seen in February at a negative 3.58 billion. Is this a minor capitulation? Now, and when I say minor, I mean MINOR, not the miners that actually mine the Bitcoin. I got to be careful what I'm saying here. But I mean, are we seeing a little bit of capitulation here? Because I mean, this is some sell pressure, right? And I think this has a lot to do with people have been accumulating into these ETFs, right? And they're new. Like, in a sense, they're new. And the reason I say that is there's a lot of people that are jumping into the ETFs that they haven't been through these cycles before. They haven't been in crypto before. So this experience of this like volatility where we're kind of riding those waves, we're going through the 4-year cycle, we kind of know what's coming. They're like, oh, damn. Like, Bitcoin is pulling back, and they probably just, they sell off, right? They get a little nervous. Going into the new year, you know, maybe that's just part of it. Maybe that is part of it, because people do play games here at the end of the year in terms of tax loss harvesting. There's all kinds of ways to manipulate the game a little bit for the almighty dollar, no doubt about it. But anyways, that being said, we are seeing some outflows, not necessarily a great thing. That does continue to add some sell side pressure. How much of this is institutional? That is a big question as well. Are they also offloading on us? Who knows? But here nor there, we are seeing a pretty healthy amount of outflows, no doubt about it. All right. Let's go over to the crypto bubbles. We got SPX, that's up 11.7%. CAS is a big mover today. We don't see that. We don't get to say that very often around here. CAS is at 16.3%. IP is at 15.1%. ENA is at 11%. And Quant is at 7.9%. Who's getting beat up? We got ZEC down 13%. Telecoin is down 10.6%. FET down 6.2%. And everything else just kind of up, down about 3-4% to the positive to the negative. Not necessarily a terrible look right now. You are seeing a little bit tighter of correlation in terms of Bitcoin to the altcoins right now, which is not a bad thing, right? You're not seeing those exponential moves where, you know, if Bitcoin pulls back a little bit, the altcoins are getting decimated. They're down 20-30% like we were seeing before. So, you know, that is a good sign, a start to a good sign, at least for the altcoins, that they're kind of paralleling. And that's something to take note of. All right, over to the total market cap. We're sitting at 3 trillion. That's down 1.02%. Bitcoin currently sitting at 86.881. That is down 1.85%. Ethereum is at 29.26. That is down 1.22%. Let's go ahead. We'll scroll down. We'll go through the top 10. Why not? XRP is at $2.17, down 2.94%. BNB is at 8.55. That's down 1.64. Solana 136. That hit a very key level. We're gonna look at that on the charts because I have been screaming for a level on Solana. I hope you were paying attention. It bounced right off of it. Kiss off of that support level. Let's go. All right, Tron, that's at 27 cents, and that is down 1.1. Doge at 15 cents, down 0.95%. And Cardano rounding out the top 10 at 41 cents. That is down 2.48%. Getting hit though. Getting hit over 7 days. That's down 12.67%. I was talking about Cardano a little bit today. And you know what? I'll go ahead. I'll go on that rant now. Not much of a rant. A little bit of a rant. Cardano. And I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the fluidity and being dynamic with the market, right? Like, look, Cardano. Do you think Cardano will go back to 50 cents? All right, so that's kind of where I started my laddering in, right? Because 50 cents was a very clear line for Cardano. Two things were going to happen, right? Like, it's going to go up, it's going to go down, right? But it's my line in the sand. So if it bounced there, cool, profits. All good with that. If it goes down, then I'm looking at laddering in again somewhere in the 30-cent range, and I'll bring that cost basis down to about 40, 42 cents, somewhere around there. And then I'm looking for it to go back up to 50 cents. At some point, even if I have to hold this for a little while, at some point, I believe that Cardano will go back to 50 cents. So at that point, if I do have that opportunity to ladder into the position, then I can offload, right? I can sell at 50 cents. I'll be in profit. All good. It's being a little bit more dynamic, laddering in, bringing your cost basis down. And it's just a different way to approach investing as the market has started to move, as it has started to trend in a different direction. You know, really, if you are a trader, a lot of your biases right now should be following the trend, which means we're looking for, hey, we get these nice little bounces, little relief rallies, day cap bounce, whatever you want to call it. You get up to a key level, 0.786, and you're following the structure. And you get to the top of that, say, channel, and that aligns with the 0.76 and the 200 SMA, whatever the case may be, your bias should be probably looking for a short. Percentage-wise, that would be a little bit more, you would have a higher probability of actually winning those trades. So that's that. But just understand the approach right now is I am laddering into a few. So those, Ondo, Solana, AVAX, Cardano, I have begun to ladder into those positions. And so I'm not aping in. I do not, I can't say advise that. I do not suggest that. You do you. I'm going to do me. But I've already told you guys how I approach it. When I start laddering into positions, I just throw $1,000 at a time. All right. It's a flat, amount of capital. I throw that in there and then I bring down that cost basis as we hit those key levels. And then I wait for it to go back to that original, right? An area where I see very prominent support, like so 121, 123 for Solana. Bam. All right. Cardano, 50 cents. Bam. Right? Because it's either going to bounce off that support like Solana did, and then, or Cardano continues to work its way down, and then you can lower your cost basis as you come back up to that level, the original one that you initially started to ladder into. Once you come back up to that, then you go ahead and sell, and you have some profit, right? I think the way I kind of mapped it out for Cardano, that would give me about 14%, 15%. So yeah, that's just kind of my approach right now in one side of the house. All right. So I have multiple things I'm doing here, right? Yeah. Do I have a little bit of a hodl bag that I really don't care about that I'm going to hold? Yes. Speaking of which, I haven't pitched this to you guys in a long time. This cold storage, really cool. Let me cover the QR code because it has a QR code on the back. That is how you can actually use it as cold storage. But go to the description. You can save yourself some money. And I think it's an awesome Christmas present. So that's why I'm actually talking about it and kind of pitching it to you guys. Of course, my phone is ringing right now, but that's what Stop it. All right. I'm giving this to people for Christmas. All right. I'm loading some Bitcoin. And this is going to be a Christmas present for people. So go check it out. That's in the description. Crypto link. I got the website, all that stuff down there. I think there's a code. I think it's TradeFly. But anyway, just go to the description, check it out. I think it's an awesome Christmas present. So I'm going to pitch that through the holidays. Here nor there. Let's keep this moving. Let's keep it moving. We're going to go over to our next segment. That is going to be the Daily Degen. Let's get it going. All right, here we go. All right, so you guys are going to notice right now, not on BitTuneX, we are on BYDeFi. And so in full transparency, this is one of the things that you will find here with me on this show. This is a paper trading account, all right? So just so you know, it ain't real money. So don't get your panties in a bunch. It ain't real. But what we're going to do is we're going to have some fun. I let you guys vote whether we are Moon or Doom. It looks like you are 69% Moon right now. 13 votes, 69% Moon. So we will take a leverage trade on Bitcoin. All right, this is paper trading. So don't be getting all upset. But we can have a little fun here. We got 50,000 of our fake money that we can just have some fun. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I want to give you some context to why I'm doing this. 2 reasons. Throwing away money for funsies is not a good look. All right, and the other thing is I'm getting to the point now where I'm having discussions with exchanges, and I need to I gotta prove that I am a profitable trader. And so it just, my overall P&L and all that stuff, it looks great, but it looks really weird. And it's like, oh, 30% loss, 30% loss, 25% loss. And it's like, no, I didn't lose hardly any money. It's only $2-3, but it's like, oh, this consistent, like, weird look when I'm going back through my historicals. So it's better off to separate it because it's just for fun anyways. But here nor there, I just want to be transparent with you guys because that's the name of the game. I am always going to be transparent with you guys. Keep it 100 with you guys. All right, so here we go. But we can have fun now. We can put some money on this, right? You know my thing, right? Is it gonna play? Is it gonna play? There it is. I got 5 on it. Let's go 5. Let's go. Let's put 5G on it. All right, it's paper. It's paper. We're having fun. Isolated 20x, 5,000 USDT. We can watch this thing run. You guys want to go long? Send it. Let's go. Don't even have to do any TA. So that's how we roll here on the Daily Degen. You just let it fly, baby. All right, so let's go ahead and put a little stop loss. We'll put it down here just below the low. Gosh, that would be pretty ugly. Let me see. Let's use the, I'm not new limit order. All right. So that would be a buy. So it's a little different than BitTuneX for sure. Let's go ahead and put a stop loss in. That'll make it easier. And of course I can't move that. So now I got to remember numbers. 86 and some change. No, I don't want to do that. Stop it. Bad. Ooh, I can drag it. Yeah. So they got that feature like BitTuneX does. I love that feature, honestly. And then we can move our TP. Let's do right here. It's about a 1-to-1, pretty close. I'm going to take it lower. Only the reason I'm taking it lower is because I'm looking back left on the chart right here. You got this horizontal level of resistance over and over again. It played out here before the actual dip. Lets you know that that's a pretty key level there. And I think, I mean, if you're really trying to, I think the smart thing would be bring this up here. And you're kind of looking at the same thing, inverse, right about that level right there where you see that there was support, came down. You got a little bounce out of that area at about 86.6. So there you go. This is just for fun. All right. We don't really do any TA on it. We just having fun. And yeah, we just let it fly. Let it fly. TradeFly. DDT, what up, man? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Hope all is well with you. Wix, why find it at 9? It looks like she has changed that to just Wix wife. She is now just Wix wife. All good. What up, lady? Good to see you in the chat. Hope all is well. All right, I'm going to fix one thing here because I can hear myself talking, and it is one of the most obnoxious things ever. And there we go. We are good. Let's keep this rolling. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's go over and look at the liquidation heat map. We'll update that real quick. There we go. Yep, there we go. Hey, got me to the right. Got the heat map there to the left there. All right, so looking at this area at 89,250, that's where you see some liquidity coming in, and you see a nice little swath, we'll call it. All right, little area of liquidity. And then you have some more liquidity to the downside here at about 85,250. All right, so you're in the middle. You're kind of ranging, consolidating right now, and you got liquidity to the top and the bottom side. So it could be very, very interesting, but we got to wait. This is a wait and see. Like, I'm not sure that, like, if I was just basing it off liquidity, all right? If I was just basing it off liquidity, you're kind of waiting for a move, you know, to get some answers here of whether, you know, the top side or the bottom side. Now, understand, like, it's not a matter of me saying we're going to go get this liquidity one way or another. It's what do we do once we get up here? And that's when I get interested in taking trades, right? We take this liquidity off the table. What is the reaction? Do we get that impulsive move? Do we get a strong candle to the upside here? Or do you see it wick up, take this liquidity, and come right back down into this range? And in that case, if I was to see that, you might be thinking short. All right. So you let the candles talk to you, man. That's a real big thing for me. Overall structure, man, it hasn't really changed. You know, depending on how you do Elliott Wave, you know, we could be looking at the end of an ABC correction, or that could have already played out and we could be starting something new. You know, everybody's got their own way, and it's a little bit loose. It's a little bit open to a little subjectivity sometimes with Elliott Wave theory, because you can still be within the context of the parameters, yet you could draw it differently. And right now for the ABC correction, there's definitely a couple different ways you could draw it, but here nor there. What I am looking at is this structure. Lower highs, lower lows. There's a channel that's descending down and right. There's no doubt about it. We have been watching that. Did we get this little move down, right? The little shakeout here with some buying pressure coming in where people are like, hey, 80,000 Bitcoin. I'm loving it. Like McDonald's. It looks like some people jumped on that. And that is the flight corridor that we have been talking about, right? And that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if you guys are paying attention. If anybody jumped in on it. Uh-oh. Trading View, what are you doing? There we go. She's back. All right, so high to high 2021, swing low, median right there. Everything's kind of intersecting. We just extract that to the right, and you can see where it was resistance, it was support. Even the top provided some support here for a while, but we came all the way down to the median. And don't say I didn't talk about it, because I talked about it ad nauseum over and over again. Over and over again. And I said patience, patience, patience. Came down, we hit the platinum pocket, the median, we got that bounce out of that area. So now we're getting back into this channel, right? So that's a good sign. We did get some buying pressure. That's a good sign. The things that you may not like necessarily, RSI looks horrendous. CVD does not look good either. It did get a nice little bounce, but like in terms of looking at the overall trend, lower lows, lower highs, that does not look great. We haven't really seen a turnaround. If we go down to maybe the 4 hour, it could be starting to sing a different picture, but the internet is slow AF right now. So I don't know what's going on there. Let me make sure that I am on the right. Yeah, I'm good. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's Trading View. Because I'm moving. I can see myself moving. All right, we're good. Man, that's slow. Come on now. Maybe everybody's jumping in on the deals, the Black Friday deals. Ooh, look at that gap there. Yeah, so it looks like on the 4 hour, it's trying to make a higher high here. So that would be a good sign. That's aggressive, that gap there. So that would be very, very nice. If you can see the CVD candle start to make that trend upwards, that make you feel a little bit better. Yeah, you might get a little retracement, come back, retest some of these lower areas here at around 85, and then start to work its way back up. But what are you looking for here in the near term of areas that like you can see a little bit of resistance? That's going to be right here at about 91.5, right? Remember, liquidity. Why did that not update? What are you doing? Where did that even come from? This 98.2. Goodness gracious. All right, so we know 85.250 was one of them. What was the other one? 87.250? I believe it was. Let me double check. Let's just go back real quick. 89.250. Sorry about that. So 89.250. Let's go ahead and update this because You're just doing what you want to do, Trading View. That's cool. It's all right. Mind of its own. Trons. All right, 89,250. Let's mark that. Boom. So yeah, you got resistance here, right? In vicinity of where the golden pocket was. It tried to hold up there, it didn't. But you know, that's where I would see some resistance in that area in my eyes. You're getting up to the 0.786, you got liquidity, and you already see this split right here in the price action. So there's a little bit of a range, but if we work our way back up, then we start messing with this trend line again, right? Then we start messing with this channel. So that gets a little bit scary, right? But it would be following the structure of the pattern we've currently seen. Lower highs, lower lows. So yeah, the bias, once we work our way back up here, would be like, okay, cool. Like you'd see a little bit of a cool off. Nice little move up, a little bit of a cool off. Until we break this trend, you know, you can't really assume that it's going to be super bullish, right? Like I really wouldn't be too comfortable until we have a change of character on the daily. And then we get above, I'd say about 100K. You get out all this garbage, all the garbage, you get over the 200. You got all these horizontal levels, trend lines, all converging in one area. I definitely think you'll see an initial rejection out of that area. If you get up to 98.5, I will be definitely looking for a short. And it'll only be like an initial, right? So you're talking intraday. So just understand what I'm saying when I'm saying it. I'm not saying, hey, like it's a big short. You know, we got to go all in on it. But yeah, like I think it's realistic to look for a short out of this area. You know, cover yourself, obviously with a stop loss, come back down. You know, that gives you about a 2-to-1, about a 4.8% move or 4.4% move. I think is very realistic and probable. But if we break this area, then you're looking for that breakout retest continuation up to another clear horizontal level. Okay, so I'm not saying the 0.382 because in this context, it doesn't really work in terms of like being legitimate, but it's just a nice line on the chart. So I like to point that out to you. You got a nice clear horizontal here, you know, about 107. So about 105 to about 107, I think is also a nice little move. And again, you want to see the breakout retest though. All right. So you want to see a strong candle through, not just working up here, kind of hitting its head, hitting its head, hitting its head. You want to see a strong candle within a little bit of a retracement coming back down to retest those levels makes you feel a lot better. And that would look a little bit like this, right? So you take your little long box here, take it up to, hey, where have we had some previous resistance? Got it. Cool. And then you're bringing that up. Can you get a 2-to-1 out of it? I think so, right? This is giving you a little wiggle room there. That's about a 5% move. So there's definitely a bunch of different ways, but you feel much better about a long position once you get through this area. I think it's pretty key. 98.5. There's a little range, obviously. You can do the math there. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be 98.5 or 99.5 on the dot. Like it's obviously a little bit of a range. All right, so structure pretty clear right now. It's a downtrend, definitely on the daily. Let's go back to the daily now that we're speaking about it. And my gosh, let's just go look at USDT dominance. Good Lord, it is not cooperating today. What is the deal? Let me get rid of some other of these charts real quick. Maybe that's slowing it up. Let's get rid of the liquidity. There we go. All right, does that make you happy? Nope, it doesn't. TradingView is just running slow. All right, so for USDT dominance, it did hit its head on some resistance. We're looking at that. Just coming back up from the chart, you can see very clear resistance. It's basically where it started, right? If you're looking at, hey, where are these derived from? Right here. We came right back up to it. So we back to where we started, hit its head, and now we're coming back down, and we got to find this level of like, where are we going to see this bounce? I understand that this 0.786, this is from high to low. This is not a retracement. So, I mean, yes, it bounced there where the 0.786 is. Just understand the context of the way that's drawn. You can actually see the the underneath of it, right? Funny enough, in the middle of the golden pocket, you actually have the true golden pocket of this move right here, which is derived from swing low, swing high here, right here, this low to this high. That's where you have your golden pocket. You have the 21 SMA. You got the 50 kind of working its way up. So, you know, it's logical to think that we could get a bounce in that area at about 5.7 or so. So what does that mean? Inverse relationship. You're just thinking about, hey, if Bitcoin moves up, let's say it moves up to 98.5 or somewhere around there, right? Where we expect there to be some resistance. If you see that move up to about 98.5, you're going to come over to this chart and you're going to be like, okay, where are we at? And if you look at it and you're like, hey, we're at about 5.7, 5.65, whatever the case may be, then you start to be like, all right, there's some confluence between the charts. And then you're like, all right, this might be where the fun is done. Okay, so just understand, why I'm looking at this chart and trying to build a little bit of confluence between them. Now let's look at the total market cap. The total market cap is not looking, it ain't looking all that great. You don't want to be under 3 trillion. That's not really ideal. And holy smokes, is this slow today? Why is it so slow? Goodness gracious. I'm gonna close Discord here. I'm just gonna close everything that I can. All right. How you doing? Keep it moving, baby. All right, so total market cap. Looking at that right now. So we did have a pretty clear horizontal there at about 3 trillion. One, psychological area. CVD looks yuck. RSI looks yuck. Yes, you did get a reversal. Yes, you are starting to work its way back up on the daily, which is, it's the beginnings. It's the beginnings. You did come down the platinum pocket, right? And we talked about that area. ABC correction. Again, there's different ways to draw it. It could be over, or it could be, it could have already, started a new one, right? It's all on how you draw it. So subjective. But anyways, coming down to the 0.786 as well, as starting to see some indications here on some of your oscillators that there could be an opportunity. You do have the top of the range here. Previously, we have actually, tested that, and then you have the actual right here. It's slow to load, but we did retest the top of the range. So that could be good. That could be a good sign. It's just we don't want to work our way back into this channel because total market cap had its own channel going on. Where Bitcoin worked its way back in, total market cap has not, nor has it gotten over this key horizontal level. So that's something you want to take note of. All right. I know Bitcoin drives the market, but total market cap, it's also a factor, and you want to see some confluence between the charts. I would imagine this is, just swagging it, right? Swagging it. If we do get a push up and we start seeing confluence between USDT dominance that we talked about, Bitcoin, which we talked about, and we get somewhere around the golden pocket at around 3.27 or so, 3.3, again, if you start seeing that confluence between charts, that is where, I would probably be looking to exit positions or start a new one, right? Because again, you want to kind of follow the structure, follow what you're seeing, let it talk to you until you see something different. And once you see something different, then you can change, right? Like you can change your bias a little bit. If you start breaking through all this nonsense, you get over the 200, you get above this horizontal, then you're like, hey, game on, let's go. Right? Like you're getting a change of character, you're seeing something different, you're breaking through all these key levels, and then you can go a little heavier looking for those longs. You would think, yes, the market will have moved substantially at that point from 3 to 3.6 to 3.7. I get it. Some money will have flown or, went right back into crypto, and then you're probably like, am I too late? I would say probably not. Right? Like, because it's a more conservative way to make some of these plays and have a little bit of conviction behind it. When you're messing with the kind of the casino a little bit, when you're in these areas and you're just getting chopped up and bouncing all around, you really want to follow the trend. And right now the trend is down. All right, the trend is down. The bias is down as of right now. Can you make money? Can you take long positions in the middle of it? Yes. Can you flip? Like in terms of how you approach it? Absolutely. Like I said, certain coins I am going to ladder into positions. And let's go talk about Ethereum. All right. We have been talking about this 28 to 2900. I feel like for months upon months, I actually, funny enough, I went back and Grok will like fact check your ass. Go check it out. So I was like, hey, tell me about this TradeFly character. And, it was like, hey, it's a mid-tier trading content creator, but basically not been associated with any shills or any of that stuff. I was like, yeah, all right, cool, I like you. So I kept poking it. I was like, well, tell me about some of his calls. So he goes back and it's like, he's been calling about 28 to 2,900 for Ethereum since the end of summer. That's what he said. The end of summer, I think he said. I think that's what it said. The end of summer. Yeah. And it said up over $4,000. That's what it said. End of summer, up over $4,000. That makes sense right there in August. So I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this. I have been very patient. You guys also know that I took a heavy short on Ethereum once we got up to some key levels. Like I, put my money where my mouth is. This is an area we've been waiting for. Why? Well, it's all in the chart. It's all in the chart. It's showing you the price action here. It's all grouped up. It's very split where you see very clear support, resistance, resistance again, breakout, retest, continuation. Cool. So what's the expectation? That this is going to initially hold up as support. Yeah, did it break down? Yeah, it went down as low as 26. It's never perfect, but we're up. We're back above it. It's really a line in the sand. And so what I'm saying here is, yeah, we got an initial bounce because I did take a trade off of it. We got a very short, like intraday bounce out of that area. But this is my line in the sand, fam. This is my line in the sand for Ethereum is 28 to 2,900. You get candle closes below it, you see what happens. You're probably looking down to about 2,300, realistically. Realistically, 2,300. If you start getting closes below that area, then the idea would be that you would see some sort of consolidation or range develop below that area. Vice versa. You get those candle closes above, then we can see some consolidation in this area. 3,100, 3,500, I think is very much in play. I think is probably the more probable area. Get you up to the 200, get you up to the horizontal. I think 34 to 3,500 makes a lot of sense if we get those closes above this level. This is a line in the sand, fam. I'm at this point, let me be fully transparent with you. I wouldn't take a position right here. Like, I want to start seeing the range develop above or below this line. Because like I said, when I say it's a line in the sand, for me, it's a line in the sand, right? Like, here's my line. If you cross it and you start closing on one side or the other, then that's going to formulate my bias. So here we are. I think it's the time of truth, the time of reckoning for Ethereum right now. But you know damn well I've been looking for this 28 to 2,900 for a very, very long time. Did I take a play on it? Yes, I did. I showed you that on last Thursday. I made $2,000 off that bounce within 2 hours. $2,000. It's a good hourly rate. What do you say? What do you say? And that's having conviction and put my money where my mouth is when I said, hey, 28 to 2,900. That's what I'm looking for. I wasn't lying. I was not lying. All right, Cardano. Talk a little bit about that, where we're at right now. We've talked quite a bit. Buy zone for me, buy zone for me. Bring my cost basis to the middle there. That's the plan, Stan. That is the plan. So hopefully we come back down. I'm probably going to set a limit order for Cardano at probably about 35 cents. Let it come down. Tap that. Once it taps that, brings my cost basis to the middle. We're looking for it to come up to 50 cents, right? You can see from a horizontal perspective how important 50 cents is, all right? Support. Like big bounces out of that area. And then resistance and support. Right? You can bring this all the way back here and you can see where you have these horizontal levels. Is there an update for TradingView? That might be the issue. Maybe. I don't know, man. I'll have to check it out after the show. Thank you for that, Jesse. I appreciate you. And good to see you in the chat, brother. Who else we got in here? We got my man French Toaster. What up, dude? Hola, my friend. We got Wick589. So just popping in. Good hearing from y'all. Good hearing from you, man. Good to see you. Much love, dude. Who else we got? We got Teddy Alexander. New to the group. Love the vibe. What up, man? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. All right. Here we go. Let's keep it going now. So, yeah, that's my plan. Like, I'm being like completely upfront with you guys, transparent, letting you know, like, hey, this is what I'm looking at. There's different ways to trade the market, and right now, this is one that I'm looking at for Cardano. Like, and we'll see how it plays out. You know, I could be the dummy. Very much in play. For AVAX, same deal. All right, we are getting a nice little bounce out of this area. Basically, where I was looking at my median being in terms of buy zone, it looks like it's bouncing off of that area right now. So not super shocking to see that. You can see you did have a nice little wick up where you saw a rejection there. It lets you know that that level was important. But right about there, it didn't even make it, honestly. Didn't even make it. So yeah, I think people are just like, hey, $13 AVAX, I'm in on that. Because you can see this has been very key, this zone. Now this would clear out all the liquidity that's below, right? If we were looking at this subjectively, you can see liquidity below. What we don't want to see is it come back up, retest the zone here, and then you potentially would see that continuation down. But what am I going to do? I told you, I'm going to buy. I'm going to bring my cost basis to the middle, and then I'll look for it to come back up to this key level. I'm not taking it past that key level. That's my exit. So there's your plan. No premium group. It's watching 1 hour here on YouTube, Tuesday, Thursday. I'm giving you my plan, what I'm doing. And then if there's little trades to be had in the midst of it, I'll let you know. But right now, Cardano, I'm buying. I'm at a buy zone. AVAX, I'm buying. Buy zone, I'll buy again. Trying to bring the cost basis here to the middle. That's it. That's the plan. And if it goes up, let's go. We're in profit, right? So that's all we'll be looking for there. Let's see here. I'm sure some of you want to see Solana. You know what we got to do here. All right, so here it is. God, again, because it hits this area over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. It's been here, it's been up here for months. I'll grok this too for you. I'll grok it for you. It actually goes back and screens some of your YouTube videos too. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, this has just been over and over. It's bounced out of this zone. Here it is. Here it is. So where can it go from here? Just looking, I mean, you can see the clear split right now between the price action at about 145. If you bought this zone right here, then you're probably looking somewhere, I'd say conservatively, you know, probably about 141 or so. Would be a nice little take out of that area, right? And then if you get that V-shape, not even the V-shape, if you get that breakout retest, right? If it gets over this horizontal at about 141, where you see something that looks a little bit like, so you got the horizontal level there, and if you see something that looks like this, where it comes up, boom, and then you look for that continuation to the upside, and that's how you get back in. So sell, let it break out, let it retest, and then you can get back in once you see that buying pressure come in. And then you're missing this little gap here, this little gap of profit right in there. This is a conservative way to play the game. And then if you were to get stopped out, guess what? You're still in profit. Even if you won one, lost the next one, you're still sitting in profit. So let's measure we'll take from the top of the zone to here. That's a 12% move. And then if you were to lose, let's say you wait, hey, buying pressure comes in, put your stop loss here. That's let's take worst case, right? Let's say 4%. All right, so 4%, so 12% minus 4%, you guys can do the math, right? 8%, my favorite number. So you're still 8% in profit, even with a win and a loss. So that's kind of the way I like to skin the cat most of the time. Let's see what CBD is doing real quick on the daily. Looks like poop. All of it does, man. That's very clear down and right. You are getting some signs of life, at least on the Prime Oscillator Pro. All right, they did update this, by the way. ChartPrime updated their Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. I do like it. It does have what's called the True 7. See this in the background behind? Let me take this off. I want to show this to you guys because I really do like it. I think they don't talk about it much, but I think it's one of the best things they have. This one right here. So Prime Oscillator Pro Plus here. They have this thing called the True 7. It's like a conglomerate of different indicators packaged into one. And when it flashes, man, it's usually pretty good. So you get a little flash here. It's like a precursor too. This is like one of the few, I'd say, indicators that they have. It's a little more effective on the 4 hour. That you'll see, you'll get that flash right here. Like that's when it's flashing on this candle. See, it's back, right? So it's flashing on this candle. Candle close. I mean, that's getting you in. That's getting you in quite nice. Because this is the flash. And then you would start right here where this candle opens. Right here. That ain't a bad move. That ain't a bad move, especially if you were smart enough to, hey, like I'm looking at this horizontal level here. So we get a flash, all right, and then candle open, and you're taking it up to this area at about 141, 142, and then it's an exit, right? That's that. There's some people that are using this to scalp with. Interesting enough. This one didn't play out. You would have lost this one. Let's be real about it. Let's see. Let's go back. This one right here. Let's see. You get a reversal, flash, and it consolidates in that range. Ultimately, it broke to the top side here, but it, you know, this wick down could have probably shook you out. Honestly, that probably would have shook you out. So, not perfect by any means, but it's a nice little bit of confluence. Here you go. Here's a nice one. This one right here played out well. This one right here played out well. So you can see, I mean, it's quite effective, at least, to saying, hey, like, you could be seeing a reversal. Nice little thing to build into your scan, no doubt about it. I like that better than like the money flow. I mean, pretty much anything else on that indicator besides the main oscillator itself. True 7 is it for me. A lot of times I take all that stuff off. You'll see sometimes I just run it naked, right? Just with the True 7 on there. Cool. So 4 hour, trying to make some highs here on Solana. So that's actually good for CBD. Nice strong move, obviously creating that gap, getting above. So it's trying to set a new high there. So there you go. This is really what I would like to look for, though. If you're really long bias and you're not in a position already, you're gonna have to wait for this or a subsequent retest of this area down here, which gets a little scary. You want to catch the initial, getting that subsequent, that gets a little weird, it gets a little scary, especially when you're coming down for a second bounce there. Let's see what you got. I just dropped what Grok said about TradeFly in the general. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. I don't have Discord up right now. I'm scared to even see it live, but you know what? No shame. No shame. Gosh, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. All right. Here we go. Appears to be a trading-related brand or platform focused on stock market education, options trading strategies, and market analysis based on available information, primarily associated with content creator and trader Sasha. Uh-oh, that's not me. That's not me, bro. Let's see. Is it mixing? Mixing the names here? Yeah, that's not me, brother. You might want to, I'm going to take that down. Appreciate you, bro, but that's not me. I am not Sasha. How do I take that down? Oops, I might have took the wrong one. Womp womp. Good try though, Jesse. My man. Let's go back to it. If only my name was Sasha. And I have a much higher hit rate than 39%. Last year was 76%. Count it. All right, so let's keep it moving. XRP. We'll take a look at XRP. All about the prompts. So yeah, XRP, we're looking at this. All right, so you can see we've done some analysis here. Unfortunately, it looks like it's kind of like stair-stepping down, right? Now, there is a little hopium, right? Like the expectation is, hey, continuation of that price action. Come down to this buy zone, and you would be looking for a bounce at about 160 to 170. I think that'd be a nice little area to accumulate some XRP. So keep your eye on that. But right now, you know, if you want some short-term hopium, it's pushing back up into this previous range where we consolidated a bit. So that's good news, right? Clear out some liquidity, get back into the range, see some bouncing around in there. That gives you a little hopium that we can push back up. So it could be, you know, if you're an intraday trader, if you want to kind of play that game of, you know, the ups and the downs, but you can try. But right now, I would stay away only as you're under the 200. You got to push above the 200 and then kind of retest these highs. You retest these highs, then that gives you a little bit, you know, I'd say you feel a little more comfortable about trading the range on that. Right now, I'd say, hey, stay away. Still see lower highs, lower lows very clearly. And it's the trend is still to come down to this zone. So look for this zone. That's an area that I'm going to keep an eye on personally. Just coming back left on the chart, you see both resistance and support. That would be an opportunity here for a potential bounce. And then you could probably change the game and start laddering in. So that's what I look for in the short term on XRP. Let's go back to the chat real quick here. Grok says some crazy ass BT. Yeah, no doubt, man. It's funny because when I asked it, it knew exactly, like it hit it on the head, right? And it was like self-proclaimed Trading Wars champ. I was like, oh, you little, yeah, you want to talk that smack. And it was like, it said something about some niche, low grade trading competition. I was like, yeah, I mean, you ain't wrong. You're not wrong. But I did go against some big names in the space, no doubt about it. I ain't gonna call people out or any of that stuff, but I went against some names in the space. Let's just say that. And I did battle my way through, and you know what? It was a good win for me. It kind of put me on the map a little bit, because ain't nobody know who I was. Like they put me on the show to be the random guy that basically they pulled off the couch and put on the show against all the other traders that had already established herself in the space. That's how I got on there. Funny enough. And Army Piper really set that up. He was like, hey, you should check out this guy. Like, he knows how to trade. And I just, risk management. I'll tell you that over and over again, risk management was the way I won. I did the same exact trade, same amount, same leverage, same stop loss, every single time. And then I was just kind of watching it. Sometimes I chose to ride it a little bit. Sometimes I just had a clear limit order to get out. But if it was a good move to the upside, then sometimes I would kind of ride that one a little bit. But yeah, it was all risk management. Like that's how I got through that show. I was in the losers bracket, funny enough. So the first show, I got knocked down to what they call the losers bracket. I had to literally go 1-on-1. So everybody that I beat, it wasn't just like a show environment. It was 1v1. So I was 1v1ing people for like a month until I got to the end. And it was me, OC guy, and I think Bullish Trader, or it could have been, oh man, it might not have been Bullish. It may have been, gosh, what is his name? It's not from Wolf Financial. I think his last name is Wolf. But it's not Wolf Financial. But it was the three of us, and I pulled out the dub on that one. So, all right. Anyways, enough about that. We got about 9 more minutes. Let's keep this moving. Ondo looks like poop-a-doobies. I'm not going to lie. I got in 52 cents, which I think it was 52 cents, which I thought was like, all right, man, that's looking Gucci, right? Boy, was I wrong. I was wrong on that. Yeah, about 52 cents. I was looking at this wick right here. Yeah. So we're at about 50 cents. Not so bad. It ain't over yet, but I would say, you know, if it comes back down, probably at about right here, top of this range, you see a little bit of support resistance, about 30 cents. It seems to be a trend, 50 cents and 30 cents, right? Yeah, I'll probably ladder in about 30 cents. I'll put another G on it. 50 cents down to 30 cents, bring your call spaces to about 40 cents, and then same deal as Cardano. I'll be looking to play the game that way. Now, if it goes back up over 50 cents, we're all good, right? You just roll that stop loss to entry and let it run. Let it rip. And if it comes back down, then we're playing on house money. That's fine too. So you can take some of your thought process and like your scalping strategies, and you can apply it to bigger trades as well. And I don't even know if it's not a bigger trade, but you know, if something that you plan to hold more than a day, you can move some aspects of your strategy into your longer term plays. All right, let's look at Apple real quick. Looking good, pressing up to the top of that channel that we've seen. Man, Apple has just been beautiful. We were looking at this zone right here. I remember that, talking about that. Bottom of the channel, had that nice horizontal, cleared out some liquidity. Whew, up and away it went. Never looked back from 200. But yeah, getting to the top. I mean, this is one of those things though, like, you know, if you want to ladder out or if you want to scale out of a position, you could do that if you're actively trading it. Or you just let this thing come back down to the channel, you add some more. Come down, add some more. Right? Every time it comes down, add some more, add some more, add some more. If you want to continue to, you know, add to your position on Apple. But right now it's looking great. Just following this channel, higher highs, higher lows. Nothing to write home about besides bullish. All right, looks like the S&P, looks like the NASDAQ, just up and away it goes. DXY, ooh, getting up to a key level. 100 is always been a really key level that I've always kind of paid attention to. So you are finding a little bit of resistance. Also the 200 there. There's a loose inverse correlation with Bitcoin. I think that's kind of gone to the wayside a little bit, but here and there. If you're looking at the DXY, you are getting up to an area of resistance. If it gets back into the range, then you can look for a little bit of continuation of the upside. Right now, resistance expectation would be to see it get rejected. So over to, let's look at MicroStrategies, down 4% on the day. You are in the golden pocket and a naked POC. I think we talked about this last show. Man, that's ugly though. This is like catching a falling knife. You know those times where you talk about it, you're like, hey, naked POC, golden pocket. But when you're just down, that's probably not good for business. If we had a little bit more structure and it looked a little bit more consistent, like, goodness gracious, that's ugly. Like, we're getting like some structure here, like, hey, we're bouncing around. This is no kind of structure. This is called down. That structure is down, sinking, underwater. Help me. But yeah, you are getting to a key level. So if you're a risky individual, naked POC with the golden pocket, I mean, you would expect a little something out of there. Bring it back up to the lows of the range here at about 230, probably about 228. About 228. That would be a very risky play though. Let me just get that out of the way. I think for me, like if you're looking at MicroStrategy, that's something you're interested in, or strategy at this point, you're going to want to see some sort of buying pressure come in, a little bit of range, like let it go horizontal. And even then, doesn't really necessarily mean you're going to bounce out of that area. It gives you a little hope that, hey, this area might hold up. But if you see maybe a bounce up, get over the 618, about 183, come down, retest, then that might make you feel a lot better about taking a position here. So look for that buying pressure to come in. If it doesn't, I would really stay away from that, honestly. All right, NVIDIA, we did have a level down here, horizontal 200, top of the range. That mark is at 154. I'll keep preaching for that. This is what I do here, by the way. So if you're new and you're like, damn, dude, like you're going over the same levels over and over again. Yeah, because I'm patient and I wait for it. And if you're new and you're just tuning in, it's the first time you've seen it, then like you'll see it, right? And I'm gonna keep singing. I'm gonna keep singing the levels over and over again. Why? Because there's a high amount of confluence in an area, and that's your higher probability plays. Like that's the name of the game. Like I'm gonna give you the good stuff, not the stupid stuff. All right. Let's see. Doge. Let me see what you guys got going on in the chat. Ever had a ladder in your panties? Mark, you crazy. Love you though, man. You're crazy though. All right, I gave it a second chance. I'll let you choose what to do with it. I'm gonna hold off on it for now, man. I'll bring up the old conversation. What is it? It's not that. It doesn't matter that much. It's just grok. All set. What up to you? Good to see you. JR, what up to you, man? Good to see you as well. Hope everyone is doing well, man. Leading into Easter. Hope everyone is getting together with a family. That's what it's all about, right? Travis, what up to you, man? Good to see you. Dason Crypto, how you doing? My man. How you doing? I think I saw somebody else in here that was new. Said they enjoyed. Oh, whoa, my man Al Jr. in here. All right, I gotta find it because you know he left it. He's always dropping bars in here. Man, didn't see if you saw my pump. Nope, I didn't see it, but I'm gonna see it. Bro, Jesse, a 39.31% winning rate across 290 trades. With a total profit. Yeah, that's not me, homie. That's Sasha. Goodness gracious. That hurts my feelings almost. Who else we had in here? Oh, it was Teddy. I think I gave Teddy a shout out. If I didn't, man, welcome. He said new to the group, love the vibe. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. All right, keep it going. All right, I gotta check for the check for the caps lock. That's hilarious. Yeah, that is usually Al. I don't see it. It's all good. It's all good. We know what he says at the end. Don't drink and drive, mother effing. Drink, what is it? Drinking TradeFly or smoking TradeFly? That's what it is. Something like that. That's what it is. He's a trip, man. All right, cool. What we got? NVIDIA. There you go. You got a nice key level there. 200 SMA, 0.382. Hey, bullish continuation too, right? So 0.382 is that technical level. If NVIDIA were to pull back, all right, this is a macro Fibonacci retracement level from swing low to swing high, right? When I say that, from here to here, all right? From here to the high. That's where that Fibonacci retracement level is pulled from. You got the 200, you got a horizontal, again, top of the range. You got it all lining up in there for a juicy little bounce, all right? Juicy little bounce. It's about a 6.8% move back up to the bottom of the range, right? Conservative plays here. Conservative, high probability plays. That's the way I always say. I reference Tony Gwynn, all right? I'm going to have to get like a little thing on my stream deck here where I hit that, Tony Gwynn pops up just dinging a single, man. That's my jam. That's my jam. So anyways, it's not here yet. You'll probably get some price action when it gets down to the bottom of the range. Probably get a bounce out of there, retest some of the lows here of this range, right? You'll probably get some consolidation. And then if it stair steps down, this is where we jump. That's simple. That's simple. Where we at? We're at 1 p.m. That's it. That is it, my friends. All right. So coming over to the Discord, I am working some things right now, just so you know. You're going to see like small changes here and there. What I am trying to do for you guys is I'm trying to lock on a deal. And that deal, what we'll do is what we're going to try to do here is that we open up the Discord to everybody. The only thing that you'll have to do is join through an affiliate link, right? I can't tell you the exchange yet because we haven't closed the deal. But it will be one single exchange. I will filter you guys through that. And then that should open up access to the entire Discord. All right. All the signals, all the premium content. And I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to bring that back before Christmas. All right. So that's the plan. We just got to work through some details. There's some things that, you know, I like and I don't like. And so I gotta do what's best for me and you guys as well. But right now, if you do come over to the Discord, if you sign up for BYDFi, if you sign up for that one, BYDFi has its own set. I'll show this to you real quick. I got a couple minutes. Let's see here. Let's go to the Discord and we will bring this up here. All right, so this section right here, BYDFi. All right, the swing signals is what you want to pay attention to. All right, there you go. So it gives you entries, your TPs, your stop loss. Like if you're looking for essentially free signals and you want to trade along with it, right? You can use low cap. It's at a pretty nice hit rate, by the way. There's been a lot of hits, like pretty good ones. I'll see if I can scroll up. There you go. There's 101%. Let's see. We'll scroll up. I mean, it's dropping 16.9. So they give you updates along the way too. 7%, 28%. So yeah, I mean, it's doing okay, right? The trade setups are okay, right? They're pretty decent. If you guys want to follow along with that, take some of the thought process out of it. So, you know, and maybe you just use it as confluence, right? If it's looking at a trade setup, again, it's just a free bit of information that you can use and help you along the way. And it's not doing crazy. Like this is a long 5x. This is a long 5x. So it's nothing crazy. This isn't like total degen stuff. But I think it's worth it, right? It's for the price of free. All you got to do is sign up. And that's it. But I think I'm gonna do that for the entire Discord. I think that's my plan. Okay, and that'll give you access to Rich, to HRJ, to FJ, Squid, Alex O. He just does TA on there. But then my stuff as well. But most of my stuff, honestly, I might remove myself from this. And the reason I might remove myself from this is because I give you guys everything here on the channel as well. So if you don't like it, if you don't subscribe, like you're missing out because I'm giving you the sauce. Like that's how I give. That's how I give. I just give it. I give you the TA. I give you some of the trade setups I'm looking at. I don't hold back. I do not anything for me. Essentially, is not paywalled because I'm giving it to you on stream. So it is a reason to tune in when I'm looking at a trade. When I do get into a trade, like, pay attention. Like, a lot of times I'll do it in the general chat. Like, you'll see me. Oh, you get these updates now too. Hopefully you like those. I like them. All automated, by the way. It's not me. It's all script, Python script. I don't know. Yeah. I could probably just do a search here. TradeFly. What's the easy way to do this? All right. I'm making things awkward. Anyways, I give you guys updates in the chat. When I do enter, I'll say I'm going long, I'm going short, and then I follow up with you guys. I'll tell you when I close it, and you know I try to do my best with that. And I'm in a couple Discords as well. I'm in AlexO's Discord. I'm in InvestiShare. Both of those dudes run phenomenal Discords. InvestiShare is just absolutely phenomenal with the education aspect and teaching you, and I mean you can nerd out. You can nerd out in InvestiShare. There's no doubt about it. I'm over there. And then AlexO's, man, like his Discord, I think is one of the best. I've been in many Discords. I've checked them out. I'll lurk, you know, I'll see what's going on, right? I would say for me, AlexO's is one of the best. And so we'll see how this goes with you know, my own Discord, right? Because it's hard. One, like, we're all friends too, like me, Kyle, AlexO, we're all friends, and it's like we're having this weird like competition almost. Like, we're not, but we are. Like, we inherently are competing against each other, and we're all trying to eat, you know what I'm saying? But like, we got the same people that are kind of coming through. So I mean, I think there should be a path. There should be a path where at some point we can all come together. We'll see. That needs to be discussed. But anyways, that's me just rambling. I'm just, y'all are getting whatever's going through my mind right now. So anyways, love you guys. Thank you for being here. Much love to you guys. Hope everyone has a great day. Let's see, what is, somebody subscribed. Brad May. What up, bro? Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. But yeah, let me think. Is Thursday Turkey Day? The 27th, right? Yeah. Thursday's Turkey Day. I'll probably still go live. I know there won't be much of you guys on here, but I'll still go live. I'll drop in for an hour. Ain't no thing. So, all right, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Discord link expired. Which one? On the in the description. Hit me up in the Jesse. Just message me in Discord. And I'll fix it. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Much love to you guys. As always, trade safe, be safe. I'm out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They're deceived with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say Fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.